Holy shit, this show is good. Like, I'm not even kidding. This show is... It's based off of a video game. These are supposed to be cursed. Video game shows aren't supposed to be good. The best video game movie we have is Sonic, of all things. That's it. Like, why is this good? Why is this so good? I might actually play the video game after this. Like, what? What? Can we get some more of this? Please? Like, this show has, like, an above 90% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. It's a video game show. Why is it so good? So are these cheeses. These are really good. I originally started watching the show because a friend of mine from work was like, hey, we have some extra time. We should go ahead and watch that new Arcane show. It's based on that video game that I like. And I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. It was like the first episode and I'm like, yeah, standard stuff. Oh, I bet she's gonna fall and then her sister's gonna catch her right as she's about to fall to her death. Called it. And then like later on, I'm watching the second episode and I'm like, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Because they're like hinting at stuff that's gonna happen later. And then like they really know how to write suspense, so it just keeps building and building, and by the time episode 3 rolls around, I'm like, oh boy, give me more. Why is the writing in this so good? Also, the animation in this is amazing. It is beautiful. It is like the animated Spider-Man movie levels of like, that's how good it is. Eternals was terrible. Can I just get my money back for seeing that and see this in the theaters instead? It would be an experience in theaters. And oh, can we talk about the framing? The framing of each shot is like a painting, and it also helps because the 3D also looks 2D at the same time. It looks all hand painted, and I don't know how they did that. It's so good. There's like this one shot that reminds me of that scene from like What If, where Ultron's biting down on the galaxy, but it's this guy, he's holding his hand around the world, and it just transitions from that, and then they teleport to where he was pointing at in the world, and it was like, oh, that looks so good. Why does this look so good? I didn't even hear about this show until someone else told me about it. I was like, yeah, another animated Netflix show. Sure, I'll watch that. I mean, anytime something new is on Netflix, I'm just like, ooh, I'll watch that, and immediately I'm disappointed. But this time, I wasn't expecting anything, and they gave me everything. The animation style, it's so unique. It's like little bits and pieces of all my favorite types of animation. Like there's little bits of like Atlantis in there with like some of the character design. There's like little bits of like the Dishonored game series and like that, and it feels very well crafted, and it's such a nice blend between like cartoony and hyper realism, and it meshes so well. And it's not that like kind of lazy cell shaded bullshit that a lot of like animated movies and TV shows try to do now to seem artsy, because it's low level and they try to make it look like 2D but with less work. This, they put in all the work and it shows, and it's so good. Like, it feels like a lost Disney animated movie, except with way more blood. There's just not much to say about it, because if I say too much, I'm gonna spoil it, and if I spoil it, I'll feel bad, because then you won't need to watch it because you know what twists are coming, and the fact that I even said there are twists coming means that that's kind of a spoiler. I am sorry. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. This show is that good that you can watch it and just feel completely fine, and that's only for the first 3 episodes. I have no idea how the rest of the episodes are going to turn out because I haven't seen them yet. They haven't been released, so obviously I don't know. And if they're bad, the show is not good and never was good, and I told you that. But in all honesty though, the first 3 episodes are so good. Is it as good as Lord of the Rings? Hell no. No. But the fact that I can even compare it to that it speaks leaps and bounds, because like Lord of the Rings is my favorite IP of all time. You know, the fact that like it even stands near it is high praise. The show is good. And I was feeling so starved after seeing things like Eternals and things like, like Dune was okay, but I had to do so much thinking to know how I actually felt about it. Like, I watched it and I was like, yeah, that was good, but they also showed that same shot of a sword like 8 times. And then this thing comes in at a breakneck speed and it's just like boom, 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 story beat, story beat, story beat. And it doesn't get old. It's fresh, it's good, and it's been a while since we had a good steampunk movie. Closest thing we had was Mortal Engines, and that was terrible. But yeah, this show gets high praise from me, 9 out of 10 IGN, which works out because IGN can't make a show reviewed under 8 anyways. But this show, so good.
How's the pie?
Like, can we get a roll of that James Franco scene from Spider-Man, please? Watch it. Trust me. If you hate it, come down and tell me why you hate it below, because I will fight you. That is, unless the next few episodes are actually terrible. In which case, I will stand with you and fight whoever says that the show is good. I've been watching, like, shitty movie after shitty movie. I watched Venom 2, and then I watched Eternals. In the middle, I watched Dune, which was kind of good, and it was, like, actually really good. But then I had to do thinking, and then I was like, oh, why do I have to think? It's a movie. Can't it just be good? And this show came in, and it was so good. And I'm just sitting here like, give me more. That's what I thought of it. Let me know what you thought about it in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video, where I'm definitely doing a spoiler talk on why I did think this show was good. And I'm definitely gonna do a video essay on it. Love you guys, see you guys next time, and bye for now.